Yo, what is good everybody? Dusty4Kicks here. Welcome back to the channel. For everybody just showing up for the first time, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and please make sure you hit that thumbs up button on every single video. It is always appreciated. Today we got a pair of kicks from a seller named Top Jackie. Gonna go ahead and link the information right there so you can check them out. Now this is one of the shoes that I know a whole lot of us actually took an L on. I can't really tell you how many raffles I entered between sneakers and feature and just everything you can think of, foot sites and all, and I still took an L.
Oh, what a loser!
But with reps, I don't need to. And that is none other than the Jordan 4 University Blue. These are a really hyped up shoe. A lot of people, like I said, took L's. A lot of people still want them. So let's just get straight into it. Alright guys, so these actually dropped 2 days ago for retail. So many L's, it's unbelievable. But then when you think about all of our track records for the sneakers app, it's really not that unbelievable. But that is why we have reps. So I was pretty, wasn't that big of a deal to me. It was sad, but at the same time, I'm like, whatever.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
I saw a retail pair of these in hand yesterday. I think the color right here is actually pretty solid. You got this nice moving suede, really soft, not too rough whatsoever. The gray, a lot of the reps are a little too light. This looks pretty solid in my opinion. Speckling, again, also on the reps, a little light. You'll have like little dots, but this one has more pronounced speckling. Same for the wings. The amount of speckling looks pretty solid. Cages, at first I was thinking that this was, too far out and too far behind the cage, but I have seen some variants with the retails. So I have seen some pairs just like this, so not a big deal whatsoever. You got this nice cage right here that's this like UNC blue. It's a different material obviously, so it's not the exact same color, but that's just like retail, so it looks pretty good right there. You got the black winglets, nothing too special about those. Cut right here, sometimes the cage will go too far into this on reps and you can't see this, but this is actually correct right here. Same with this cut right here. There is some variance on retails where it's a little thinner and not as pronounced of a space, but this is still okay. I will say this might be a little too shiny right here, but overall on foot, not a big deal whatsoever. You got the white part of the midsole that has the air bubble. Toe boxes look pretty solid. I don't say they're too thick whatsoever. Soles, you got the gray and then it meets the white with the UNC blue Jumpman. Some of the reps have sloppy paint, but this one looks pretty good. Then you got the black, the UNC blue, and then the gray to top it off at the toe box. Toe box cage, some of the reps are a little too long, some of them are too short. This looks pretty solid compared to the retail I saw. Laces, it's kind of hard to tell if these are too faded or if they're on point. I'm just gonna be upfront about that. Coloring and lighting is a big thing with these. Tongue, you got that big white Jumpman tag with the gray Jumpman and then flight in black. Tongue looks pretty evenly stitched. I will get to the next one. On the other shoe, it is a little uneven, but not a big deal. You got the new, what I want to call like a jersey tag. It says team quality products inspired by the greatest basketball player ever. And then the number 23, obviously for Michael Jordan. Some people have actually been cutting this off. I am indifferent about it, not really sure if I'm gonna do that or not. On the inside, insole's black, and then you got the UNC blue Jumpman. You got the tongue, where I will say the font looks good, but the color I think should be a little whiter. This is more of a light gray. Come over to the back side. On the retail, from what I've seen, this Jumpman seems to sit really low. And I've been looking at countless amount of pictures just to see if it's maybe just the size that I saw. But really, it is touching a lot lower and the legs do tend to look a little longer as well. But there is some variance, so not a big deal. The gray looks solid to me and the speckling looks pretty on point. The little gap right here looks fine. If we flip over to the medial side, cage looks fine. Spacing and everything looks good. Color and everything still looks pretty on point in my opinion. Come over to the right shoe. Cage and everything, again, you can see it comes out a little farther on this one. Some variance with retail, so not a big deal. Same deal here, it's a little shinier on the outline. I don't have retail next to me, so obviously I don't know if it's too shiny or not. You got the air bubble and the cement gray. Toe box cage and everything, again, looks good. Little bump here, but nothing too out of the ordinary. See with this tongue, you can see right here that the stitching is actually a little slanted. So when it was stitched up a little bit. But that's more of a QC thing, not overall every pair you're gonna get. Then you got the tag again, the little jersey tag I wanna say. You got the insole that's black again with the UNC Blue Jumpman. This I do wanna say, I don't know if it's a QC issue, I'm sure it is. But for this one, for some reason, I got a tongue that is just really, really thick.
Damn, boy, he's thick!
Obviously not something I can see in QC, so you might want to ask the seller. But yeah, it's just a little puffier than the other one. Not a super big deal on foot, but obviously something I'd want to call out and tell you guys about. Then again, you got the Air Jordan. That should be, I think, a little lighter, but not a huge deal, obviously, since it's on the inside. Backside, again, the Jumpman might have to come down a little lower, but obviously not a big deal on foot, and it could really vary with retail. Spacing right here looks good. Medial side, you can see the cage is a little wrinkly around the edges. On camera, you can't really see it. And then on foot, that means it's even less of a big deal, but something I thought I'd still point out. Color, the gray and the blue, everything looks pretty on point there. No complaints from me. Yeah, so yes, I took an L on the retail, but I took a W home when it comes to reps because I didn't really need to mess with that draw whatsoever, but I still tried and I still lost. But this is a solid shoe. I really love the colorway. Jordan 4 is one of my favorite silhouette. So you know the UNC Blue, I just had to go for it. Not much else I could say here. Alright guys, I think that about wraps it up for today's video. I appreciate you sticking around and supporting the boy, hitting that subscribe button and smashing that thumbs up button. Until next time, I'm Dusty4Kicks. Peace.